This is going to be part 1 of a 3-part series on how to color grade in DaVinci Resolve because it's really not that hard and you can make it look really cinematic very easily. DaVinci Resolve is free and you can edit in any software and move it over to DaVinci just to color. This video could easily be 20 minutes long. The screen capture took 40 minutes to record, so I'm going to go pretty fast to do it in 4 minutes. Alright, so you're going to start by opening DaVinci Resolve, opening your project, and dragging a clip into the timeline. And if you'd like to edit in Premiere, then just go to File, Export, and export as a Final Cut Pro XML. Then in DaVinci, hit File, Import, and Timeline. There's a few nuances that would make this not work, so make sure you're only exporting just the footage with no effects or audio. And I'm going to make a full video on how to do this later. Okay, then you're going to open the color page, right-click to add a node, and then select Corrector. Or for Mac, you can click Option S. We're going to start with 3 nodes. Go into the Effects tab, scroll down a little, then drag one color space transform onto each node. Select your input color space and input gamma. You can find out what inputs your camera uses by looking it up online. But in my case, I shot this on a Blackmagic 6K Pro, so I'm going to select the Film Gen 5 inputs. The great thing about this setup is you can use it on any camera's footage. Just change the input settings of the first color space transform node. The output space and gamma is going to be DaVinci Wide Gamma and DaVinci Intermediate. Now go to the second node. The input's going to be DaVinci Wide and DaVinci Intermediate. Then we're going to output into Rec 709 and Gamma 2.2 or whatever you want to output in. And then the third color space transform is going to be for our LUT, but we're going to leave it alone for now and do that later in the video. Now that the annoying part is out of the way, we can start color grading our footage. Click on your first node, Options S to add a new node, and then in the color controls select HDR wheels, not the primary wheels, the HDR wheels. That's where we're going to adjust the exposure. Everyone's footage is going to need different controls on the exposure, so I'm not going to show specifically what I do. I just want to show the main ways I make a cinematic look in a film emulation. Now you're going to add another node after the exposure adjustment node. This will be to adjust our saturation. Open the saturation tab and move the slider to adjust the saturation of the whole image. If you want to adjust specific colors in the image, you can do that, but sometimes it gets really splotchy. Now let's add our film emulation LUT. We're going to go to that last color space transform node that we never added anything to. We're going to add another node, right click, and hit create compound node. Double click on that node to open it. Now in that compound node, we're going to click on the color space transform node, open effects, and set the input as Rec 709 and Gamma 2.2 or whatever you used before. And the outputs as Rec 709 and Cineon Film Log. Now select your second node and click on the LUT gallery. Open the film looks that it comes with DaVinci Resolve for free. I found I love the codec 2383 on all my footage. The numbers at the end of the LUT name represent the different white balances they have, the D55 being the warmest and the D65 being the coolest. Now just grab the LUT and drag it onto your second node. This is the difference between the LUT being on and off. And this looks so much better than just putting a LUT you found online onto your film. Here's some LUTs I found online that are free and here's some that I had to pay for. The ones I paid for are much better, but they're still just not as good. Now I'm just going to make a few fine adjustments to finish this grade off, like reducing the highlights in this one section that was a little bit too bright. In part 3 of my series on color grading, I'm going to go into detail in a long form video where I'll take you through all the actual adjustments and not just the node building. Now let's add our effects. The film grain effect on the color tab is only available for the paid version of DaVinci Resolve, but we can get around this. If you go into the Fusion page, click Shift Space, and search film, you can add the film grain there. Now just adjust these sliders until it looks good. Now that our simple node tree is done, let's add it to our library so we can use it on any shot. Right click on your footage and hit grab still, then open the gallery tab. It'll show up in your stills section. Drag it over to the power grade tab. Now you can drag this onto any clip and you'll have the same node tree. Oh yeah, and make sure to reset all your nodes before you grab the still, or else that carries over to all of the shots you put it on. You can use this node tree on any shot from any camera. All you have to do is adjust the input color space and input color gamma. And now you can build any look. You don't have to follow someone's tutorial on exactly what colors to use. It's art after all. Do what you want, make it look how you want. Add 10 nodes, add 50, do everything in one node, it doesn't matter. It's art. Oh yeah, and you can use this on any camera. It doesn't have to be a camera that shoots log. Here I'm using it on a Canon M50. You might have to play around with the color space transforms or delete them altogether, but you can still make all the other adjustments and make it look really good. And I found some luck even grading iPhone footage. It's honestly been really hit or miss with iPhone footage. Some of it gets deep fried instantly, and some of it doesn't. I recommend using a grain effect, even if you're not going for a film look. That really helps the crunchiness and sharpness that the iPhone automatically has. So yeah, that's it. In part 2, I'm going to go over my custom halation, glow, and anamorphic distortion effects. That's all, thanks.